Welcome to Malifaux University. 602. Gaining Ground Strategy, Raid the Vaults. Before you can play Raid the Vaults, you have to create 6 strategy markers. You can use simple 30mm bases for this, or you can make something creative. Easy printable strategy markers are available from the link to Wargames Vault in the notes below. You set up Raid the Vaults after deployment zones are chosen, but before models are deployed. 2 of the strategy markers go on the center line, 4 inches left and right from the center point. Place the remaining 4 strategy markers on the playing area, with 1 in the center of each table quarter. The simplest way to find the center is to measure 9 inches along each side from the corner and then 9 inches in from those points. These strategy markers are height 5, blocking, and impassable. Impassable means models cannot move through them unless the model has the incorporeal ability, flight, or something similar. You also cannot overlap the base of a model or other marker with these impassable strategy markers. Height and blocking means that they block line of sight for any model size 5 or shorter, which is all of them, that draws line of sight through the marker. This also creates a shadow of 3 inches around the marker, which provides cover to any model within the shadow when another model can successfully target that model with a projectile attack. Other non-melee ranged attacks are not affected though. Cover adds +1 to the defense trait of the targeted model and imposes a negative modifier on any damage flips resulting from the projectile attack. The goal of Raid the Vaults is to get more of your models around the strategy markers than your opponent. The catch is that not all strategy markers are created equal. The strategy markers completely on your half of the table are worth 0 points to you. The strategy markers on the center line are worth 1 point each, and the markers completely on the enemy table half are worth 2 points each. If you have wedge or standard deployment, and this is your half of the table, only these 4 strategy markers would count for your scoring. These for 1 point each, and these for 2 points each, because these 2 are completely on your half of the playing area. In flank or corner deployment though, you'd have 5 markers to work with. The 4 on the center line being worth 1 point each, and the 1 completely on the other half worth 2. While the strategy markers completely on your half won't score you victory points, you can still keep models around them to prevent your opponent from scoring, since it's all about control. You get control by having more models within 2 inches and with line of sight to the marker than your opponent. It doesn't matter what the soulstone costs of the models are, or anything else, as long as the models have neither the insignificant ability nor summon upgrades or tokens. None of these models needs to interact or do anything with the strategy markers. As in a loving relationship, sometimes just being there is enough. I'll take a brief moment now to thank all those who were patrons at the time this video was made, especially Sergey, Keith, Alan, Jeremy, Tom, and Travis, and many more at the free student tier. Your support is essential to bring these videos to life. At the end of each turn after the first, a crew gets 1 victory point if it currently has control over strategy markers equaling more point value than it has scored VP for this strategy. So let's call those strategy points. If you control 1 strategy marker on the center line, which is worth 1 strategy point, or a strategy marker completely on the enemy table half, which is worth 2 strategy points, at the end of any turn after the first, you get 1 victory point. To score another victory point, you'd have to control 2 strategy markers on the center line at the end of the turn, or 1 strategy marker completely on the enemy table half, and so on. No matter how it adds up though, you never score more than 1 victory point in any turn, and the strategy markers that are completely on your half of the table don't score you any points at all. Let's see this in action. Euripides and Asami Tanaka are getting into it with a Raid the Vault strategy. They have a standard deployment, so each crew has 4 markers they can score with. In turn 2, the 10 Thunders had 2 yokai by 1 of the center line strategy markers, while the Neverborn player had 2 Cultgeist by the other one on the center line, so both scored the victory point. In turn 3, they each need to control both strategy markers on the center line, or just 1 on the enemy table half, which would be worth 2 points. Ama Nozako uses her flight ability to ignore the terrain between her and this strategy marker. There are no Savage models that could reach it this turn, so it looks like the 10 Thunders will gain control of that strategy marker. Looking to the center line, a Gigant throws a boulder at the nearest yokai. The Gigant wins the duel with a ram for the burst damage trigger. He also flips severe damage on the yokai, and with the trigger does 8 damage, squishing the ape beast into monkey mist. The Gigant charges the second yokai and hits it with a tree trunk. The Gigant wins the duel with a tome for the shattering shove trigger, but scores only weak damage. The trigger pushes the yokai 2 inches away, leaving the Gigant unchallenged for control of the strategy marker. At the end of the turn, the 10 Thunders are controlling one strategy marker worth 2 points to them, while the Neverborn are controlling the 2 strategy markers on the center line, which are worth 1 point each. Both crews score the second victory point and will have to control another strategy marker at the end of the next turn to score the third victory point. That's the Gaining Ground strategy. Raid the vaults. Pick up a printable set of all the markers and tokens you need to play Malifaux in the Wargame Vault. If you haven't already, join us on Patreon to receive early, ad-free access to all new content, and be sure to visit the Malifaux University gift shop for the latest in Malifaux-themed shirts, hoodies, drinkware, and more. Links are in the notes below. And remember, play friendly games, keep it simple, and have fun.